What's up, guys? Welcome back. Want to give you guys an update on the Nascar. We got a ton of sponsor parts in from ICT Billet to make this job so much easier. This project's going to just flow through. It'll be done fairly quick. We are hoping to make it to LS Fest out in Kentucky with the car. Alright, let's go over some of the parts we picked up from ICT Billet. We got oil adapters for the twin turbos. We got Gen 3 knock sensor relocation brackets that allows us to run their ICT Billet top cover and extension for the knock sensors to plug in down low on the block. That's going to help us out with our boost and get our knock sensors much closer to the cylinders. We got water pump spacers. We got both adapters in case we want to run 3-bolt intakes, alternator brackets, valve cover gaskets, heater core, loop around, coil relocation brackets, power steering kit, alternator tensioner, alternator mounting kits, power steering pump kit. We got a front cover with twin turbo drain backs for the oil. That's also from ICT Billet. We got a set of these valve covers from ICT Billet. We got their spark plug kit for the relocation brackets. This is one of my favorite parts right here. This is the Phytech 50005. It has twin 340 liter per hour pumps inside of it. This pump is tested and supposed to handle 1600 horsepower worth of fuel. So we're excited about this. How this system works is it has a low pressure input and then it has a return to the tank. So essentially it's gonna work like a diesel. It needs a lift pump, which would be either your mechanical pump off the motor on your old school setup, or it would be a electric pump of any brand, low pressure, to fill this unit here. This unit will then convert it to 58 psi and return the tank. So we will be using an aeromotive pump to fill this, make sure we don't suck it dry when we are trying to pull 1,000 horse at the wheels. Hopefully the aeromotive keeps this full. It should. I don't see why we'd have any problem, but just so we don't have a issue with leaning out, running out of fuel, we got the aeromotive pump to combat that. Other than that, we're going to be headed over this week to Universal Machine to see Steve. He has a race shop in town that not a lot of people know about. Don't quote me if I'm wrong, but I think it's called American Racing. It was a huge speed shop in the 90s, and it's kind of just been a private speed shop for local racers for a while. We're going to be picking up a seat for the car. We swapped out the wheel and we did a more modern style 6-bolt wheel in the car. We got rid of the stock car 3-bolt. We got a little mini max fire extinguisher down there. We do have some gauges. Not sure if we'll be using them, but we might just stick with a race pack. But Melling 10355 pump, and let me show you guys a couple other parts we got that are actually pretty cool. So we do have the Phytech Go Shift electric transmission control. This will control the 4L60, 6580, and 85E. This kit is pretty sweet. See if we can get on this. This comes with the module, the controller, the full harness. This allows you to run paddle shifters. Paddle shift input compatible. We're going paddle shifters on the Nascar. We think it'll be something cool, so that's what we're going with. Another really cool product that Phytech just got out which I'm not sure if they're for sale yet, but let's just go ahead and talk about them anyways. LS3 coils with a light in them. You guys might be thinking, what's so cool about a light? Well, not only is it cool, and the light show that it puts off is pretty cool, you can eliminate one more problem when trying to troubleshoot. If it's blinking and it's lighting up, you know you have at least hot signal going into your coil. I'm waiting for them to come out with the fuel injector with the light in it, because that's going to totally eliminate needing a Noid light. So that'll be pretty cool to have the coils lighting up and the injectors. That'll take a ton of guesswork out of troubleshooting when you're at the track and you need to figure out what's going on. So that's that from FiTech. Stick around. We do have some exciting things coming up. We're going to get this car together here pretty quick. We got about a month to get it together, and a couple things that I'm going to want to change on the car. I don't know how many of you guys are NASCAR fans, but if you have seen the 2021 NASCAR has been a complete redesign. There's no longer 15-inch wheels on the 2021 NASCAR. They went to an 18 with a single center lug. It's pretty cool. Looks kind of like the Hellcat wheel, so I'm actually trying to find a set of 5-on-5 Hellcats in 18 that I can put on here to kind of update the car a little bit into that next era and run the 18s. If not, I already have a set of wheels for it for drifting and all that. They're actually right here. We'll be running these Icons. They are 5-on-5. They're already set up for the car, got the correct back spacing. So we do have these ready to go. In the event that we go drifting with the car, we're not going to drift on slicks. And we already got a pair of 18-inch Goodyear slicks down here for the Hellcat wheels if we get them. So we're already ready to go on any setup with wheels. We will run on these for the majority of the time. I think these are to give us the most bite. But when drifting, we are unsure if we're going to the Hellcat style wheel to update the car to look like the 2021 NASCAR, or if we're going to run the 20 because we already have it and just tear up 20-inch tires. They're very cheap to do and replace. Other than that, that's where we're at with the car right now. We did just get upper control arms from left-hander chassis. This side runs an 11-inch upper control arm. As you can see, the wheel sticks way out. That's obviously for cornering. Come to this side and the wheel's cambered way in. So that's a 8-inch arm on this side, an 11-inch control arm on this side, which allows both wheels to sit over. We want to go straight up. We got 2 9s. We're going to see what it does. I am by no means a professional NASCAR builder. I've never raced a NASCAR. I just thought, how cool would it be to build a drift car, you know, an exhibition, 1,000 horsepower, at the wheels, LS, junkyard, engine powered NASCAR. Don't got to play by any rules. Weight's not a factor. Obviously, we did run with a little bit heavier on the hood pins, which if you're a racer in the NASCAR circuit, you wouldn't do. But if you're a hot rod guy, I highly recommend these hood pins. Their installation was a breeze. Came with all the hardware. They went right on and they actually look really good. And if I spent 2 minutes on the polisher, they would probably shine like a diamond. So definitely a cool product. Look out for those. If you're in the market for hood pins, the price can't be beat. It's 1/4 the price of some of the other hood pins I was looking at. I think these run you $19.99 for a pair. You can't beat that. Other than that, just so you guys know, this is a brand new construction car. This car has never had a seat in it. It's never been sat in before. It's freshly powder coated, ready to go. It's never seen a track. It's never bumped a wall, never nothing. So we do have a clean slate to work with. One of the last sponsors we got to go grab our parts from is going to be FOA. We'll take a video when we get the FOAs on it. FOA is a suspension company based here in Las Vegas, Nevada. Big fan of their product myself. A little bit of mixed reviews on the internet, but overall I've been using them for years. If you know what you're doing and you know what to look for, you got no problems. I'm a fan of them. I'm running them on here. You guys will get to see how they are in here. We'll have GoPros mounted on them. So, you know, shout out to FOA. If you're looking for shocks, FOA's got you covered. They do everything from street cars to monster trucks. When I say monster trucks, I mean full-on monster trucks. If you watch Diesel Brothers, you'll see they've used them on there. We have decided to go ahead and pop the heads off, pull the pan, and we're gonna just take out one piston at a time, open up the ring gaps. We're gonna throw 30 thousandths ring gap at them and hot tank some of the parts like the cylinder heads and oil pan, and then just reassemble it. This will run on a factory GM cam, so I don't want anybody to think that I'm camming it and all that stuff that just makes it super expensive for you to build a LS for your junkyard car build, whatever it may be that you're doing. This motor is $450 out of the scrapyard, running with a guarantee. It's a 4.8 liter, and it's not going to give us any problems. I'm pretty confident this motor. You know what? I just jinxed myself. We're gonna have to look back at this video when we have problems, but hopefully this motor doesn't give us any problems. Hopefully it stays in one piece. We're contemplating throwing a set of eBay studs at it because ARP studs will kill the budget, and we have $1,000 to work with. Our headers cost us $105. Our turbos were $145 a piece. So right now we're sitting right at about $500 with our turbo system just about complete. Opening ring gap is free. Obviously a set of head gaskets, $65. I don't know, we got a little bit of money to play with, so we'll see what we can do. We'll see what we can get done, but here is your standard junkyard motor.